What's going on with these?
What the fuck's going on? Is she going bald?
What's going on with these mic flags? The Ron and Fez mic flags. Who fucking sets this studio up?
Oh, boy. Ron and Fez and mic flags. I don't even have one today.
You got a mic flag?
Oh, it's up
Says
here.
Opie Radio.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, who sets this? Who put the wrong ones on? Everyone.
I don't know. Anyway.
Who does this?
The intern usually does, but he's not here. I forgot all about the mic flags. I'll switch them.
But you didn't forget about the podcast last week, right?
I wasn't here.
Ooh.
Oh,
shit.
Sam. He's pointing the finger at you. A lot of people wondering why we didn't have a podcast last week.
You weren't here when?
Wasn't here Monday and Tuesday of last week.
What time? What day does the podcast come out?
Wednesday.
Oh.
And remember when I asked and no response was given? So I'm like, what are we doing for the podcast? And you just kind of looked at me.
No, on Thursday you said I didn't put a podcast up, and you said I didn't put a podcast up, and nobody's asking about it, and I went okay, and you said okay, so that's what I'm going to do.
No, that's not what I did, because I was sitting here and I said it through your headphones. I said there's no podcast.
You didn't. You're wondering why when I was on the air with Opie and Jim, I didn't give you a podcast idea? You're the archivist, and you can't think of a podcast idea while I'm on the air with Opie and Jim?
Sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to approve all the podcasts now.
One thing about podcasts is you got to be consistent. If you put them out every Wednesday, they got to come every Wednesday. People get pissed. They look forward to it. They know.
Kenny has marched into the studio very pissed off.
Yeah, this is bullshit, Sam. You're the fucking boss. You can't. This falls on you, not him.
You have nothing going on either?
Don't worry. You worry about you. You
worry about you
last week.
What did I fuck up last week?
There was no podcast.
So I should worry about me, and you should worry about me too?
No, I'm telling you, it's fucking bullshit.
Well, if I'm not going to worry about you, you don't need to worry about me.
Well, somebody has to worry about you because you didn't do your job last week.
Wow.
Very rarely do you see Kenny go in old cop mode.
Here he's coming back.
Yeah, because I don't like him fucking trying to blame Eric. I don't like that shit.
So he should
be a fucking man, and like if you make a mistake, own up to it.
Eric gave a scenario of how it happened. When somebody gives a scenario of how it happened, and it's not to the detail, do you go back detail by detail if they did it wrong?
Oh, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to.
Because he knows if you say one thing, if you get into a conversation with Kenny and you say one word incorrectly that happened, he's there to correct it.
Very uncomfortable.
I said that the conversation between Eric and me didn't happen the way Eric said it happened. If somebody had a conversation with Kenny and it didn't happen the way they said it had happened, Kenny would be there to correct you to the word.
Very uncomfortable. Eric, comment?
Well, there's a new podcast tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Tuesday, though. Oh, no, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, yeah.
It'll be up there.
I think we're doing Artie Lang / Bobby Lee tomorrow for the podcast.
That should have been up last week. I don't know whose responsibility is the podcast, but that should have been up last week.
Yeah, there was something happened. I don't know. It happens. Right, Eric?
I wasn't here, so
He wasn't here, Sam. That's true.
Well, he was here on Wednesday when the podcast goes up.
Oh, you were here, Eric.
I was here for the show, yes. But the podcast...
When does the podcast usually go up?
Well, what's the system in place if you're not here? Like, what's supposed to happen? I don't know. I have no idea. I never even get to pick the podcast stuff.
You can pick the podcast stuff.
No, I don't mean that I've been left out. I haven't had anything to do with it.
Anyone can pick the podcast stuff.
But I don't know what's the system.
Sometimes it's very obvious. Like, we got to get the Bobby Lee talking to his girlfriend and the Artie Lang thing up. That's obvious. But then there are times, there's weeks where like, not feeling anything as far as the podcast goes. And then we reach into some of the archives and find something else.
Right.
Maybe it's good to have, like, when I do a podcast, I always have, like, 2 backups that aren't dated material, that if I can't come up with one week, I'm sick or something like that, I just throw that one up.
Strong.
So have a couple just in the can, old archives.
What are the ones in the can? Like, Why I Hate Pumpkin Carving and what?
No, that's too topical.
That's too topical?
Yeah. I got one.
What would be one in the can?
Well, one in the can would be like this. There was a cab driver. He was driving me in Vegas, and I was asking him where the hookers are, massages, and he was telling me how he likes a couple fingers in his ass and all this stuff. It's a good one.
That's timeless.
It's timeless, so I'll put that up. Yeah, when I need to.
You can pop that whenever you want.
Relatable to everyone.
Exactly, yeah.
Very good. See, maybe we should do that.
Just trying to help out. I'm not blaming anybody.
So who's to blame here?
Yeah, is it Sam or is it Rock? But no, who's legitimately to blame? I don't know what the answer to that is.
I will gladly take the blame.
Okay. Well, should you have said, look, there's no podcast up this week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But E-Rock disappointed you?
E-Rock didn't disappoint me. E-Rock's fine. And Kenny's here to tell everybody else how to do their jobs. So luckily we have a backup plan.
Oh, shit. Could you lock the door, please? Please lock the door. Please lock the door. All right, Kenny's just taking it. He didn't pop up out of his seat.
No, you never know what's going to set Kenny off. No. Yes, you do.
Here we go. Too late.
Oh, no.
I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. I don't like when everybody fucking blames everybody else.
But are you here to tell people how to do their jobs? You think Roland feels like you tell him how to do his job? Don feels like...
All right, now you're dragging Roland into this. How am I telling Roland how to do his job? How? You brought it up. Tell me how.
Because you get involved in guest bookings. You get involved with Don's business. You get involved with my business.
And now you brought Don into the mix.
100%.
All right, so let's just focus on Roland first.
Okay.
All right, give me an example how I get involved with guest bookings.
You just last week emailed Roland saying, don't we have too many guests that day?
Yeah.
But we didn't. And that's Roland's job to take care of anyway. So for you to question that is not even sort of your responsibility.
All right. Well, what about the clusterfuck of a show you produced in Montreal when there was too many guests?
What about the show that I produced on Friday when we were perfect?
I didn't bring that up. I asked you about
Want to go
Montreal.
get coffee?
I mean, what does Montreal have to do with anything?
It wasn't. You made an example. I made another example.
Yeah, an example of what?
Look, don't try to play fucking games. You're not dumb. You know the point I'm trying to make.
What is the point? I'm making a point
Why
about...
are you answering a question with a question?
I'm making a point about you putting your nose in other people's jobs.
You're trying to dig yourself out of a fucking hole, so cut your losses.
You said I'm not stupid a minute ago.
I know, but you are. You're playing stupid now.
I made a point about you...
I'm not playing fucking games with you.
Getting involved in other people's jobs, and you made a point about me and my job again.
I think everyone's doing a terrific job around here.
Yeah. Bring up Roland, bring up Don Wickland, bring up anybody else to commiserate with you. Go ahead.
I think everyone's doing a wonderful job.
Kill Roland, kill Don, kill Salvi, kill me.
We've had a couple dud shows, sure, but they're not all going to be perfect.
We've had some very strong ones, too.
Very strong shows.
To your credit and Jim's credit.
Thank you.
What about Florentine?
Well,
He's been here a
Florentine's
few
always
times.
strong, too. Yeah.
All right. Wow. So we're blaming E-Rock.
No, we're
blaming you?
took the blame. Yes.
Eric, you're good with that? Blaming Sam on this one?
Everyone's responsible.
Eric, you can put the blame on me.
Yeah, E-Rock, stop being so uncomfortable if someone tries to bail you out. E-Rock doesn't know how to accept it.
He delivered a very funny line, though, when he said there will be a podcast tomorrow.
100%.
That was very funny.
You know he's got some flaming shoes, the kind of Pyro would admire. He makes contestants bring in food, and he runs the Foundry Music Empire. Martini Steve's clothes are on fire. Martini Steve's clothes are on fire. He only buys flaming attire. His clothing's like a barbecue. His laundry never needs a dryer. If you're selling burning shoes, this drunken Lebanese will buy 'em. Martini Steve's clothes are on fire. Martini Steve's